Y'all, the whispers you thought were just gossip are about to explode into something nobody saw coming. Jaguar Wright has been quietly watching, listening, connecting dots that most of us didn't even know existed. And now she's stepping forward, pulling back the curtain on a world where power, money, and secrecy collide in ways that will leave you speechless. Every claim she makes, every name she drops, sends shockwaves through an industry built on illusion. The stakes? Higher than ever. And then there's Katt Williams. For years, he was mocked, ridiculed, written off as bitter and desperate for attention. But as the smoke clears, his warnings are hitting harder than anyone imagined. The same names he whispered about in hushed tones? They're not whispers anymore. Documents, videos, and old interviews are resurfacing, and suddenly, the world is forced to ask, did Katt see it all before the rest of us? What Jaguar and Katt are revealing isn't just drama. It's a full-blown expose of the hidden forces shaping Hollywood, music, and beyond. Secrets that were meant to stay buried are clawing their way to the surface. And when the truth lands, it won't just shock, it will redefine everything you thought you knew about power, influence, and the people you trusted the most. This is only the beginning. Y'all are about to witness the unraveling.
Tyler Perry, Steve Harvey, Kevin Hart. So everybody that Katt sat right here and told you about, everything he was saying was on the up and up. No one's saying he's lying. I can't wait to see your next interviews with those people.
They ain't coming on now, Mo.
Back in January 2024, when Katt Williams sat down on Club Shisha, he didn't hold back. He started naming names. He talked about powerful celebrities. He hinted that some of them were hiding dark secrets. At the time, people rolled their eyes. Social media turned it into a joke. Memes went viral. Nobody took him seriously. But in 2026, millions of pages of government files connected to Jeffrey Epstein are now public. And suddenly the names Katt Williams mentioned don't sound so crazy anymore. Every claim he whispered years ago is resurfacing with undeniable weight. What was once dismissed as bitterness or jealousy now reads like a roadmap to hidden scandals, exposing a world of power, deception, and secrets too dark for most to imagine. The same people who laughed are now asking themselves, how did he see it coming? How did Katt Williams know? And as the truth continues to leak, one thing is certain, Hollywood's untouchables are finally feeling the tremors of exposure.
Because what I think it is that everybody just wants to see him take an L on this one. And I'm just trying to figure out why. Why does everyone have such a vested interest in seeing Katt Williams take the fall for this or go down for this or be responsible for this or set it up or done this or done that? And the only thing that makes sense to me is oh, y'all want him to be bad because Diddy is still in jail. Rock Nation is looking really bad, and all you Illuminati people, you're all looking real bad right now. So y'all need the people that pointed it out to look even worse, don't you? That's what makes sense to me. That's what I see. And it's kind of disgusting because in my opinion, there's a lot of people that should be speaking up for Katt right now that's not. There's a lot of people on that tour that probably should have had something else to say other than what's...
In fact, some insiders are whispering that the documents don't just confirm what Katt Williams hinted at, they open the door to revelations he never even mentioned. Names once thought untouchable are suddenly under the microscope, and some believe the real players could be far bigger than anyone imagined. And now, Katt Williams isn't holding back. He's resurfaced, doubling down on explosive claims that make even seasoned industry watchers pause. He's relentless, unshaken, and completely fearless. No lawsuit, no backlash, no elite connection is scaring him. Every time a new page from the Epstein files drops, his warnings echo louder, and the world starts to realize he was never just venting. He was exposing a web of power, corruption, and deceit that stretches higher and darker than anyone dared to see. Hollywood's elite, the moguls, the icons, they're all watching now. Because Katt Williams has stepped forward, and he isn't going anywhere.
And nothing else really matters. That's what I do.
Is it easier to be quiet?
For who?
Anyone.
It's easier for my enemies to be quiet. Where's my camera? Yeah. Just be quiet. Just shut up. And I'll pass right by. Yeah, I just had to say that.
Now, the conversation has shifted. People no longer ask, is Katt Williams serious? They're asking, how did he know all of this? And if even a fraction of what's emerging in 2026 proves true, we are staring down one of the most explosive years Hollywood has ever seen. The world got a glimpse of the shadowy, insane lifestyle back in November 2025, when Donald Trump signed the Epstein Files Transparency Act into law. Overnight, the Department of Justice was forced to release every shred of evidence tied to the federal investigation into Jeffrey Epstein, one of the largest document dumps in U.S. history. And the names? Jaw-dropping. Jay-Z, aka Sean Carter, one of the biggest moguls, a cultural icon, someone the world long believed untouchable, emerged in the files. According to an FBI crisis intake form from 2019, an anonymous woman made harrowing allegations dating back to 1996. She claimed she was taken from her home and woke up in a room with Jay-Z and Harvey Weinstein, alleging Weinstein assaulted her while Jay-Z stood by. Sound familiar? It mirrors exactly what Katt Williams had warned about, how Diddy and Jay-Z supposedly ran their parties, ensnaring the powerful, the rich, and the reckless, all under a gilded veil of secrecy.
Parking lot. And I would watch them all go up there. And, they would be thinking I'm coming later. I would just be on the car having a grand old time, smoking and laughing, watching everybody going. And, so you can't tell me what goes on, because 5 hours later, I'm still in the parking lot when they come down. And, just to see all them big time Hollywood men that I just watched go up there, they all come down off the shuttle and looking sad in the eyes, and all of them wearing Sean John and looking oily, and they all walk crazy like this, and their shoelaces were always untied. I don't know why. Their shoelaces were always untied. And then they would get in their car and they would drive off standing up, big boy, with their head out there. All of them. And I couldn't believe it. But one of the highlights of my Hollywood career, but you can't tell me, because I was there to see on both ends.
Hey, man, you know what's wild out there? I'm wondering how many people would see, oh, man, these are jokes.
None of the people that was on the shuttle. And they the only ones I care about.
The woman leveling accusations against Jay-Z didn't stop there. She named Pusha T as well, claiming he meticulously built fake friendships, manipulating women into vulnerable, dangerous situations. Old interview clips now resurface, and the tension is palpable. Every time Jay-Z's name appeared, the room seemed to freeze. Conversations shut down mid-sentence. Don't go there. Move on. The unease was almost tangible, as if Jay-Z himself was the industry's boogeyman, untouchable yet omnipresent. And this isn't just idle speculation. Jaguar Wright recently confirmed what insiders have long whispered. Both Jay-Z and Diddy didn't just operate alone. They had the backing of powerful forces, people who ensured they could move through Hollywood's elite circles without consequence. Every party, every handshake, every deal, carefully orchestrated, meticulously shielded from the public eye. What was once dismissed as paranoia or exaggeration now looks disturbingly credible. As these pieces fall into place, the industry's darkest secrets are no longer hidden, and the names that once inspired awe now provoke fear.
Adjacent to, or, traveling in the same circles as the person that's been selected to be this icon. Because let's just be very clear, he was selected, just like Diddy was selected. Question is by who? Now, for many years, I minded my business about a lot of things, but a lot of things came to me. I heard a lot of things. You gotta remember, this was back when I was still trying to be amicable with the industry so that I could have my career, so that I could have my life. Right? Everything that I worked for, everything that I sacrificed. Up until, what? 2016, 2017, I was still ignoring a lot of things. A lot of things. It wasn't until I couldn't ignore it anymore because I realized this ain't going nowhere. And then when I started seeing exactly how dangerous things had become, It was very simple. It's either you're going to speak up or they're going to keep getting away with it, or you're going to get handled up on regardless because you're not playing along the way you should be playing along. Like that's how this works. Like the people that get rewarded are the people that keep the secrets, the people that are quiet, and the people that lie for them. The people who get a pass are the people who pretend that like they don't know what's going on. And then the people that speak up are the people that, you know, get persecuted, get framed, get trashed, you know, are forced to go broke, you know, that kind of. So yeah, like I cannot say that it was an overnight process.
Then, the internet began connecting the dots. Videos and photos that had long been circulating resurfaced, each frame fueling the growing storm. Old party footage showed Jay-Z and Harvey Weinstein together at events, laughing, mingling, side by side, including a birthday bash for Diddy that now feels chilling in hindsight. Every smile, every toast, suddenly carried a darker undertone. And let's not forget, Weinstein is now behind bars, serving time for his crimes. Yet these images make it clear, back then, they were inseparable, partners in plain sight. The closeness, the camaraderie, the celebrations, it was all part of a network nobody wanted to acknowledge. Every frame seems to whisper the same message: power, influence, and secrecy, all intertwined. The narrative that once seemed unbelievable is now staring the world in the face. People are beginning to see what Katt Williams and Jaguar Wright were pointing to all along: a hidden world of alliances, protected by wealth and fame, operating under the radar until the truth could no longer be ignored.
In your thoughts on Donald Trump and what it means for what it means for mass incarceration.
You know what? This is a labor of love for Jay, and as a result, he's my friend. We're here to talk about that and nothing else.
Well, then can I ask you about mass incarceration? And do you think the movement...
That made people start connecting dots, the previous allegations surrounding him to a very uncomfortable conclusion.
In his situation, as far as the early Jay-Z, you see him with Aaliyah Young, of course, goes to Dame Dash next. You see him with Foxy Brown. You see the maturation of Beyonce and him getting with Beyonce. You see Rihanna at a young age. Is it more so, and you were young as a singer, is it more so that, you know, when you're in this industry, men are going to most likely talk and date their peers? And it's just that technically all the new rising stars at that time
are babies.
Were just young women, just young kids. Babies.
Being ran around by grown men.
There was a video of Rihanna winning an award, and she was thanking her parents. And Jay-Z, you know, he stepped in and, you know, said, nah, you know, she needs to thank me. And he was being very overly aggressive. And you look at Rihanna's age at that time, you look at him, how much does power and influence, even for you, you were backstage, you know, saw him cry, unplugged. How much does power and influence come to those?
I was also a grown woman and I was pregnant and married. She was a kid. She was a kid. Yeah, I remember that. No, you need to thank me. That's kind of ballsy, isn't it?
When you look back at it, it's hypothetically, Jay-Z leaves the country right now. He goes Russell Simmons.
He could.
Yeah.
He could do that.
He's a quiet man regardless, so it doesn't quite matter.
Then there's Kanye West. Back in 2018, he publicly called Jay-Z and Pusha T liars and said they would never tell the truth. At the time, many dismissed him, said he was out of control. Now those old clips are being replayed with a different tone.
People like Jay-Z and Pusha T, they made their living killing our people. So how the they gonna stand up for our people? You know what I'm saying? But we forget that because we love Jay-Z's music so much. We love Pusha's music so much, right? But you think they would ever, Beyonce had the best for somebody else? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You think they would ever tell the truth? No, if they told the truth, they'd go to jail. You know what I'm saying? So you have liars. Liars are now the face of our culture.
And then things went even further. Internet commentators have reported that not just Jay-Z, but Beyoncé is also connected to Epstein's island.
Unsealed Epstein files have just dropped a bombshell that ties Jay-Z and Beyoncé directly to Jeffrey Epstein's darkest secrets. These two are named in survivor testimony for taking part in horrifying human hunts deep in Africa's remote forests. So picture this: vulnerable young'uns released into the wilderness, then chased down with weapons, snarling packs of dogs, and even helicopters overhead. Survivors say Jay-Z and Beyoncé weren't just watching, they were boots on the ground in Nigeria at least 3 times, laughing as they directed the chaos and even stepping in to finish off cornered victims in what witnesses call ritualized brutal slayings. There's talk of skin being taken as trophies. Nigerian police built a solid case from survivor accounts, but then high-level embassy contacts out of Washington shut it all down. Officers got transferred or pushed into early retirement, but one brave voice is still speaking out.
There are no official documents tying her to it. But in today's world, accusations alone can spread like wildfire, and some people believe silence speaks loudly, even though legally silence isn't proof of guilt. Next is Richard Branson. His name appears many times in the files. In one 2013 email, Epstein thanked Branson for hospitality and public relations advice.
We're found in the Epstein files where he tells Jeffrey to bring along his hair. Now, guys, his team says that he never would have said that if he fully understood the context in which he was talking to Jeffrey and Epstein about all of this. Except I'm pretty sure he understood the context because these emails were from 2013 and Jeffrey Epstein had already been convicted in 2008. And Branson is trying to email him a PR memo on how he can spin his 2008 conviction. So I'm pretty sure he was aware. Advises Jeff to see if he can get Bill Gates to say that he mentored him, and advises Epstein to say that he just slipped up after sleeping with a 17-and-a-half-year-old woman because the and a half makes a difference. And he's been punished for it, and he's learned his lesson, obviously. Jeffrey responds thanking him for his PR advice. There are other emails from Richard Branson to Jeffrey Epstein, like this one where he asked him to bring his 2 Russian girls along, but I digress. He also has a history of harassing women, but don't worry, guys, he doesn't remember the harassment. But I think his interview with Conan shows exactly how he felt he could treat women. Now, I can't show this entire interview. It's over 10 minutes long, and some of the things he says in it, you can't show on this app.
What's his name? Where does he live? Does this work for you? Does this work for you wherever you go? Only a billionaire could walk in a room, grab Salma Hayek, and throw her glass. She goes to take her clothes off, so I thought, you know. Everyone gets their own television set, is that right? Yes. If this movie doesn't do well, please go see it. It's wonderful. Isn't she lovely? Yes, very nice. I hate your life, by the way. You've got $1 billion. Why do you also have to have Salma Hayek massaging you, pal? How can you go further with the airlines?
We like to make it fun. We're going to turn the Mile High Club into a legitimate thing, and we're going to put double beds on the planes. It's going to be an all-night affair for people like Salma and her English boyfriend.
You touch her one more time, I'll rip your head off, pal.
I've seen people say that Conan was serious about that, but the interview goes on. Richard Branson asks Salma Hayek what her first time was like. And Branson also discusses his modeling agency where he had Kate Moss sign up when she was a child, saying he wanted to keep in the theme of his company's name. So signing up young girls that were, I am appalled after seeing all of this today and how long it was allowed to go on when he acted this openly and brazenly in.
Since the files went public, Richard Branson has made statements distancing himself from Epstein, saying his actions were wrong and affirming his support for justice for the victims. But the story doesn't stop there. Sarah Ferguson, also known as Fergie, the ex-wife of Prince Andrew, appears repeatedly in the emails. The exchanges are loaded with nuance, tension, and unsettling undertones. In one message, allegedly from Epstein's account, someone wrote, "I think Fergie can now say, I am not a pedo." Another email from 2009 shows a casual request for a quick cup of tea, but the warm, flattering tone toward Epstein casts a shadow of suspicion over the seemingly innocent correspondence. The details are subtle, yet striking. These aren't just emails, they're breadcrumbs leading into a world of influence, protection, and hidden connections. The files suggest a web where even those considered untouchable were intertwined with Epstein's orbit, and the lines between casual acquaintance and complicity blur in ways that are both shocking and impossible to ignore. The deeper the documents go, the more it becomes clear why Katt Williams' warnings were never just entertainment. They were a prelude to one of the most explosive revelations Hollywood has ever faced.
In your book, you devote some time to his ex-wife, Sarah Ferguson, and I just wonder whether she's in danger as a world-class grifter as well, because the emails of Jeffrey Epstein show her acting absolutely appallingly, and not just on the sensational stuff, you're helping to set up meetings between that pedophile and her own goddaughter, for heaven's sake, and also her own daughters, and telling Epstein of another woman that you may marry her too, she's single, she has a great body, okay, well, marry me, and then we'll employ her. But then again, there's the financial links, with one email from Epstein saying he'd supported her financially for 15 years, Andrew. What did she do for him in return?
Well, Sarah Ferguson gave Epstein the sort of entree into Andrew and into the royal family. But who knows? I mean, there's still a lot more to come out. But you're absolutely right. Sarah Ferguson is a material witness to the King, to what was going on in Epstein's home. She was often a regular visitor there, and she should certainly be testifying to the Senate. But there's also HMRC, Her Majesty's Revenue and Customs, should be looking at her. The Companies Act, I think she broke. The charitable laws, charitable things that she broke, running her charities. So I think she's definitely worth investigation as well, and she should certainly be questioned about the misconduct in public office, as should his daughters, who accompanied him on many of these trips and used these trips to basically get contacts which they're now exploiting themselves.
Then there's Brett Ratner. A photo surfaced in the document released showing him at an event near Epstein. Ratner explained that about 20 years ago, he attended an event with his then fiancée, and that's when the photo was taken. He said he did not have a personal relationship with Epstein. So now the spotlight is everywhere. Tech billionaires, music mogul, supermodels, media executives, presidents. A survivor has since gone on TV to reveal that during her time in Epstein's ring, she saw a huge network of powerful men who are denying allegations today.
We'll talk about what I've experienced. And what I've experienced is sitting in front of Katt Williams at his own house, $3 million mansion in Malibu. And this man told Tory Hart exactly what Kevin Hart did in order to be where he's at. Now, I don't know if it was Kevin that pissed him off. I don't know who it was that pissed him off. But I do understand that the comedy world is nothing to play with. And it's like, Kevin doesn't want to be a dinosaur. He's really a velociraptor. And some people are actually T-Rexes. And we have a system to break in this universe. Now, if I keep going with this posting that everyone's privy to, it's going to unlock certain systems in the universe that prove that dinosaurs are actually not extinct. That's what Katt knows. He knows the inner workings of how people turned into huge comedians. And I guess,
He says Kevin is an industry plant.
No, man. I mean, Kevin is a dinosaur, and I can't, I'm not gonna go back and forth with you. He's Frankie Lyne.
And this is exactly why the world keeps circling back to what Katt Williams warned about years ago. Those who've been pushed aside, overlooked, or silenced by the industry know the truth. He exposed the hidden machinery behind fame, power, and influence. He didn't just point fingers, he mapped out the rise of people who seemed untouchable, climbing the ladder in ways that didn't make sense, until now. Take Orlando Brown, for example. He openly acknowledged that Katt Williams called it years ago, predicting the meteoric, almost suspicious rise of Kevin Hart. The pieces that once seemed random or coincidental are now falling into place like a puzzle, revealing a pattern of favors, alliances, and calculated moves that the public was never meant to see. What once sounded like rumor or jealousy now reads like prophecy. The industry's veneer of glamour and spontaneity is cracking, and Katt Williams' insights are proving to be as accurate and as explosive as anyone could have feared.
Everybody's buttoned down like that and wants to control the world. There's something involved that's outlandish that they keep a secret. That's always been the case with secret societies. I mean, that's the whole eyes wide shut thing. That there's some freak shit going on behind the scenes to anybody that really wants to control everything. You don't just want to control everything. You want to control everything so you can get away with some freak too.
Right, I'm saying, but these Epstein-like characters have existed throughout history. Whether they were kings or what, human beings are human beings universally. So everybody is a supplier. Epstein, Weinstein, these guys knew what these extremists liked and provided it, and provided the way for you to to have $1 billion and not create a fantasy island type environment has not existed throughout.
He warned that powerful people would eventually face exposure, that the truth would shake Hollywood, politics, and business. Now, the real question isn't just who knew Epstein. It's who will be investigated, who will be charged, and who will walk away untouched. It will be interesting to see Katt's reaction to that, especially considering his previous statements on the Illuminati and how they pull the strings behind the scenes. 2026 isn't just another year, it's the year that power, privilege, and secrecy collide in ways Hollywood has never seen. This isn't about gossip anymore. This is about the system itself, and whether it dares to treat the untouchable the same way it treats the rest of us. Every leaked file, every resurfaced video, every name whispered in shadows is a warning. The era of hiding behind fame is over. Katt Williams predicted it, Jaguar Wright confirmed it, and now the evidence is hitting harder than anyone imagined. The same elites who once laughed, dismissed, or silenced voices are now watching their carefully built empires tremble. The questions are bigger than ever. Who will finally be held accountable? Who will fall while trying to cling to their power? Who will slip through and continue to manipulate from the shadows? The suspense isn't just thrilling, it's terrifying, and the world can't look away. Every connection revealed, every dark secret exposed, is rewriting the rules of influence, fame, and justice. Y'all, this isn't over. The reckoning is coming, and it's unstoppable. Drop your thoughts in the comments, the world is watching, and every second counts.